lovely spring morning in the 100-acre wood, and Eeyore was sitting all by himself by a tree. Just then, from out of a hole, popped Gopher. And he went up, and he asked Eeyore why he was all alone. "Why are you all alone, Eeyore? You should be with a friend."
"Oh, I see. Can I be your friend?"
asked Eeyore sadly. "Of course, but I'm spending the day with Rabbit. Don't you know today is Tuesday? One friend plus one friend equals Tuesday. Goodbye, Eeyore." So Gopher got ready to visit Rabbit, and Eeyore said,
"Oh dear, how nice."
and off skipped Gopher to Rabbit's house. Poor old Eeyore. He thought he would try his luck with Owl, so he stood up and set off in the woods to Owl's house. When he got to Owl's house, he knocked 3 times on the door and asked if he could be Owl's friend. He said,
"Can I be your friend?"
asked Eeyore sadly.
"Of course, but we're having tea. Don't you know today is Tuesday? One friend plus one friend equals Tuesday. Goodbye, Eeyore."
And Owl and Kanga stood on their marks with their toes and continued to drink their tea. Eeyore said,
"Oh dear, how nice."
this time Eeyore said it very sadly.
"Oh dear, how nice."
And off he went to find Tigger. As he approached Tigger's house, he saw 2 strange creatures bouncing in the meadow. It was Tigger and Roo. Eeyore asked if he could be their friend.
"Can I be your friend?"
Asked Eeyore sadly.
"Well, we are bouncing. You know today is Tuesday. One friend plus one friend equals Tuesday. Goodbye, Eeyore."
And Tigger and Roo continued to bounce. They bounced a lot. They bounced up and down, they bounced high, they bounced low, and then they sat quickly on their bums. Eeyore said,
"Oh dear, how nice."
he sure was sad. So he went off to find Pooh Bear. But as he got to Pooh Bear's house, he saw that Pooh was having honey with Piglet. Eeyore asked if he could be their friend.
"Can I be your friend?"
Asked Eeyore sadly, and they said, they looked at each other and tried it one more time in unison. They said, of course. And Pooh Bear and Piglet continued to eat their honey. Eeyore said,
"Oh dear, how..."
said Eeyore, and off he went in such a sad, sad way back to his tree. Just then, all the animals began to feel sorry. They waited, though. First, they only felt sorry with their faces. They began to feel sorry for Eeyore, and then they had an idea. First, Pooh Bear and Piglet ran to Eeyore and asked if he wanted some honey.
"Would you like some honey?"
Then Tigger and Roo asked him if he would like to bounce.
"Do you like to bounce? Do you like to bounce?"
Then Owl and Kanga asked him if he'd like some tea. And finally, Gopher arrived and asked him if he wanted to spend the day together. Do you want to spend the day together? Eeyore looked very sad and asked,
"What about Tuesday?"
Everyone looked at Pooh, who scratched his head and thought, and thought, and thought some more. And finally he said loudly,
"Let's go Monday." Monday!
He said it loudly and slower to the audience.
"Let's go Monday instead."
Everyone agreed, and even Eeyore looked happy, and he said,
"Let's go Monday
he said what?
How nice."
The end.